Sometimes I feel like I've been guided in my life. In this case, let's go back to when I was a graduate student in analytical chemistry back in 1984. Well, in graduate school, besides taking a few upper level classes, everybody needs to do a research project. As I was reading in the literature in the library about silane chemistry, I came upon a type of silane called HydroSilanes. Imagine a silicon atom with a hydrogen atom sticking on it. Well, this silicon hydrogen bond will interact with water, or it'll interact with the silicon OH groups on the surface of glass. That the interaction would happen at just 250 degrees Celsius. That was 100 to 150 degrees lower than all current methods of pacifying glass surfaces. 150 degrees! I had the perfect basis for my entire dissertation. So I wrote it up. It wasn't a long research paper. It was only a page and a half when it was printed. But when it was finally done and published within 2 months, I had my very first published research paper. And that first research paper, that short communication that I published, became my #1 referenced research paper for my entire career of writing over 50 peer-reviewed research papers in analytical chemistry. My very first one. I realized that it wasn't just that easy. I had to do the research. I had to go to the library, and I looked at the fringe, looking on the edges of the research to try and find a solution to my problem. We spend 45 years doing work before we retire. And then what do we have to show for it? Sure, there's a lot of stories that can be written about 45 years of work. And this is one of them, where I discovered, by looking at the fringe of the current research, I discovered a way to be able to do chemistry on the inside of fused silica capillary columns for GC and GCMS that nobody had discovered before.